The idea of adding another president to Mount Rushmore stops there at just being an idea or possibly even a dream, as it's literally impossible to do so. Given that the area doesn't have any stable surface for the sculpting to take place, the monument, which features presidents George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abe Lincoln, will remain the way it was initially intended to, showing the 4 presidents. However, reports now claim that at some point, President Donald Trump inquired about adding his face to the mix. However, as he likes to point out, this seems to be a case of fake news. President Trump has since responded to the claims on Twitter. The New York Times, who originally published the report, has also chimed in, and to no surprise, we got a fun one to cover today on InformOverload. What's going on, guys? I'm your host, Jared Bronstein, today on IO, and boy oh boy are things getting interesting down in the good old US of A. Before we get into it, guys, quick shout out to Top 10 Central. We got a link in the description down below. It's a fun reaction channel. You guys want to check it out, come have a laugh with us. Let's go. We're gonna walk over there now. I'm kidding. But you guys know what I'm saying. Come check out the channel. Also, make sure you guys stick around to the end of this one to see if your comment got featured. But for now, let's get into it. On August 8th, a New York Times article claimed that a White House rep reached out to South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem last year about the process to add President Trump's face to the monument. Although President Trump took to Twitter to deny the reports, specifically the CNN article in which he refers to as fake news, the president does have some history of being interested in adding his face to the monument. Back at a 2017 rally in Youngstown, Ohio, President Trump jokingly spoke about adding himself to the historical monument. I quote him saying, "I'd ask whether or not you think I will someday be on Mount Rushmore, but here's the problem. If I did it joking, totally joking, having fun, the fake news media will say he believes he should be on Mount Rushmore. So I won't say it, okay? I won't say it." I mean, maybe we could add future fortune teller to the guy's resume right beside president, because he seemingly predicted this one. Of course, there is more to the story than just that. In 2018, while Noem was still running for governor, she met with President Trump in the Oval Office and spoke about the monument. In an interview, Noem explained, I quote, "He said, 'Kristi, come over here, shake my hand.' I shook his hand and I said, 'Mr. President, you should come to South Dakota sometime. We have Mount Rushmore.' And he goes, 'Do you know it's my dream to have my face on Mount Rushmore?' I started laughing. He wasn't laughing, so he was totally serious." However, it's important to mention when Trump showed up to the state to celebrate July 4th, Governor Christie presented him with a 4-foot-tall replica of the monument with a 5th president's face added. You guys can figure out who. It was Obama. I'm kidding, obviously it was Trump, guys, come on. Now, I will say it's no secret that CNN is quite left-wing, so to no surprise, they take any chance they can to make President Trump look bad. To no surprise, this appears to be the case once again, with their headline reading, I quote, "Yes, of course Donald Trump wants his face added to Mount Rushmore." Another read, I quote, "New York Times, White House reached out to South Dakota Governor about adding Trump to Mount Rushmore." Seems a little extreme if you ask me, and to no surprise, Trump responded on Twitter, retweeting CNN's tweet with the second headline claiming, "This is fake news by the failing at NY Times and bad ratings at CNN." Never suggested it, although based on all the many things accomplished during the first 3.5 years, perhaps more than any other presidency, sounds like a good idea to me. Now, I will say prior to the retweet of CNN's article pretty much reporting what the New York Times reported, President Trump did tweet out a photo of himself standing in front of Mount Rushmore with him off to the right, almost as if he was implying something. We can't forget Donald Trump knows how to get the people talking. He's got an election in just a few months, and once again the media is pushing his name out there. A coincidence that literally a day after the New York Times report comes out, he tweets that photo? Let me think about that actually. No, I still don't think so. Does that mean he actually wants to be added to the monument? I can't say for sure, but I think he knows it's not going to happen. And truthfully, I think a lot of people would want to be put up next to some of the most historical and important figures in American history, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to actively make it happen, or at least are trying to make it happen. I mean, I could stand here right now and say, yeah, it'd be very cool to have my face put up there. Do I think it's going to happen, or do I deserve it? No, but it's a cool thought for sure. Does that mean I'm actively trying to pursue that? No, I'm not. Whether or not Trump and his team were serious about the inquiry is to be determined, but to no surprise, it seems the media is somewhat spreading fake news just to make President Trump look bad, as they always do. For now, I want to hear from you guys, so let me know your thoughts on this situation in the comments down below. Do you think President Trump actually inquired about getting his face sculpted, even though it is quite literally impossible? Or is this the liberal media trying to make a story out of nothing and seemingly trying to make it appear as if Donald Trump is doing something he's not? Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll keep my politics out of this one, but I will say I think it's wild that the American media has very little integrity, and it's quite evident that outlets like CNN are extremely Democratic, while Fox is obviously very Republican. It makes it very tough to get the right information, so please do your due diligence, check multiple sources, and always fact check, or just subscribe to IO, because we are the least biased, best, we're Canadian! I'm half American, but I keep my politics out of these American videos. Vote Bernie! I'm totally kidding. It's a joke, guys. I'm making a joke. Don't worry, I'm not even registered to vote yet, which reminds me, you should register because I have to. For now, let's reply to some comments from the video. Influencer Dan Bilzerian exposed as a fraud. Empress Ray said, "Being famous is not that serious. People need that much attention? LOL." Yeah, I don't know. This whole fame thing it's a very interesting fine line, because really, who is famous? Is it people with like a large following? Are you considered famous if you have like X amount of followers? Are you considered famous if you're on TV? Are you considered famous if you're on a YouTube channel? Like, really, I think fame for people, you know, there's a bit of a line there. And it's like some people are famous, other people aren't famous. Some people are TikTok famous. What does that mean? If you know who they are, aren't they famous? I don't know. I don't know. Kids these days coming up with their terms. I don't know. The best of TikTok said, I wouldn't be surprised if he was a paid actor and some sneaky ad company created his whole feed. See, that's the thing with Instagram, guys, is like really any social media. It's not what it always seems. Sorry to break it to you, but a lot of people edit their pictures. And some people can apparently edit their videos. I won't lie, there was a point that I edited a few pictures, and now I'm just like, no, that's not, I wanna show what I actually look like. So that picture of me looking shredded, it's not edited, it's just me being shredded. John Smith said, newsflash, most Instagram celebrities are frauds. Who knew? Well, yeah, I mean, there was the, I think Hush Puppy was his name. He like scammed a lot of people. He had a big Instagram following. There was somebody else, I think, that he was associated with that also got arrested. A lot of influencers are fully like called out for fakeness, which again, like I try to be real online, like with you guys, like this is pretty much who I am. Someone asked me if my voice on these videos is how I actually talk. Like more or less, yeah, obviously I enunciate a little bit more. I'm a little bit like more energetic and my arms flail like this. Usually when I have conversations in person, I don't talk like this, but on video sometimes, you know, I'm just like, hey guys, I'm Jared. So, alright guys, that's it for this one. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. You guys have been watching IO and have yourselves a fantastic day. John Smith said, newsflash. I don't know why I just like how you wrote it, all capitals. Newsflash, like newsflash. I got hair falling. John Smith said, newsflash, most Instagrams. I want to read it like that, dude.